What is going on? Everybody, this is Striker, welcoming you to episode number 7 here of the Nomad Trials, which is episode number 207 of my Minecraft Let's Play, guys. We've been in this world since, like, May of 2014, and that's freaking awesome, guys. Okay, we've been in this world for 3 years. And we just needed to spice it up, doing a little bit of this nomad trial business out here in the desert. Obviously, it doesn't look like desert because I happen to be underground. But we will return back up to our temporary hut before we make our gigantic castle. Now, in between last episode and this episode, I went ahead and got my inventory straightened back out. I tossed some things, converted some things into blocks, and we're just moving forward here, trying to get all of the resources possible to allow us a successful future up top, back on the surface. We are running a little bit low on food. No, I'm not out of steak. Don't freak out. It's in my inventory if you missed it. I just wanted to get rid of the bread that's in my inventory because it was taking up an extra slot when I can just sit there and eat it instead of eating the steak. So, we're going to go ahead and take a good old chomperino on the steak right after we get to the bread. So it's just like at a steakhouse, right? You get your bread first, then you can get your salad, and then you can get your steak and potatoes, alright? We don't have potatoes yet. We'll get there. But as of right now, we're still waiting on it. We're waiting on a drop, because I do think that we have a village in which we can steal some potatoes from, but like I had stated before, since we're doing this as if it were, I guess, a new world, technically, we are giving ourselves a little bit of a leeway. We gave ourselves, like, what, 6, 8, 10 steaks, something like that, like 16 torches, a chest, all of the sand that I had gathered up beforehand. Hey, look, diamonds! Let's go! As well as the obsidian needed to make an enchanting table. And that obsidian was actually, I guess, an oversight on my part. I probably shouldn't have done that and allowed myself to get the obsidian, but it's fine. We can use this to add with the obsidian, make an enchanting table, and then we can get all sorts of good stuff going. We're level 44, so we have plenty of enchants ahead of us. So I'm pretty excited. We're moving forward quite well. I do believe, like I said towards the end of last episode, in case you had to walk away and go eat dinner or whatever, that I believe this will be the last episode for this set here that we'll do down below. At least I think. Don't hold me to it, alright? Don't hold me to it because I don't want it to be a disappointment. But I do want to get back up on the surface, not only for your sake, but also for my sake, because as much as I love mining and getting levels from getting coal and gold and iron and all sorts of other smeltable items, right? It kind of sucks, you know. I get Minecraft claustrophobic. Like, I want to be outside exploring and doing things, being productive, not just down underground around a bunch of different rocks, you know. I like all the life and stuff that's up there on the surface and what it has to offer. Like cows give us their steak. Okay, perfect. So we got, did we miss a piece? Did I see a missed piece? No, we're good. Alright, we got all that gold. We don't really need gold for anything as of right now. It definitely will come in handy eventually. Like when we face the Ender Dragon and the Wither Boss, if we can get to the point of taking on a Wither Boss. Not 100% sure if that's going to be like the icing on the cake, so to speak. We do always want more beacons, that's for sure. Don't trip down here, please. We're good? Gosh darn it, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. I'll block it off that way instead. I wanted to actually plug up the hole that had the lava, but it's okay. It's okay, could be worse. And I obviously don't know how to jump. Holy cow. Okay. Alright, so it wraps back around to the initial room, I guess room that we found. It's sort of a room. This goes lower. Okay, so let's get the ores that we saw over here. We have some more iron over here. We also need all of this iron in order to make an anvil and potentially more tools and stuff as we move forward. Okay, cool. I kind of jumped all the way in. I didn't want to mess anything up there. That's why I went a little bit silent. You know, you had to get the focus mode going. Bats are dumb. They spook me all the time. Okay, so there's obviously a ton of stuff down here that still needs to be explored. I don't see any like readily available diamonds, and we're starting to get to the point where we're venturing off a little bit, and by a little bit I mean a lot of it, from where we initially started. So let's go ahead and get back here, grab this stuff, and then head back and grab all the stuff that was already exposed and available for us. Like all of these ores and stuff. I mean, we're taking branch after branch after branch, but we're still leaving a lot behind. Which is okay. We will most likely come back down here, because this is the best cave system we really have. Okay. Just run past them really quick so you don't pick them back up. Okay, we're good. More iron, more coal, absolutely. We need a ton of coal as well, because if we're going to be smelting things, we're going to need the coal in order to smelt that. So the more coal we grab now, the less we can grab later, and it makes it that much easier to keep going. Okay, that loops back to where we were, just making sure. I'm also not too fond of these creepers, man. The armor that we've got, just regular old iron armor, is not going to cut it when it comes to creepers. They're kind of scary, to be honest, especially if they blow up right up against us. And instead of them taking 3 hits before dying like they used to, they now take 4. From iron swords, I don't remember when that update actually came out and around, but I thought iron swords were enough for a 3-shot, and stone swords and wood swords were a 4-shot. But no, I was wrong. Oh, speaking of wood swords, I had said last episode that when it comes to enchanting, we probably want to hold off on a sword, because as much as I would love some good old looting 3, it's extremely rare to get on a sword, and I don't want to just spend countless levels after levels trying to get the one single enchantment that we need. Are these diamonds? No, that's some gold. Okay, we'll just leave that, that's fine. So instead, I was like, you know what, let's just focus on a pick, and then we can go ahead and get ourselves some good armor rolling, and then a sword, and we'll be good to go. But when it comes down to actually getting good enchantments, gold tools as well as wood tools, and I think leather gear actually, have better odds for getting the more rare enchantments, so we can see if we can get like an Unbreaking 3, Looting 3 wood sword. I mean, it would suck, but we could use it for a little while, you know, until it ran out. We're just using it to get more drops from our cow farm, which is a whopping 3 members big as of right now. So I think we might try that. I gotta do a little bit of research on it just to make sure that I'm not off base here, because if we can get some really good enchantments rolling, even if it's on just a wood sword, that'll be totally okay to keep around the home base area. Obviously, we would like it to be on a diamond sword, or we'd like it to be on an iron sword because it would last longer, but if we can get a quick and easy little Looting 3 sword, the amount of just advantage we have moving forward is astronomical, because our food situation is going to be limited for quite some time. I mean, even our wheat farm is inside of the house, and it's like 10 blocks in size, I think, something like that, 10, 12 blocks in size, maybe. So we definitely need to keep working on getting our stuff up, our survival possibilities up, which is why we need to grab a bunch of redstone so I can make the semi-automatic wheat farm. And I think what I'm going to do, because I don't really need all of the other crops that I have, like, at the home settlement, I think we might just make a gigantic wheat farm, and I can make it so it is a tiered wheat farm, so it'll actually do, like, you know, 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, 300 different 8x8 plots of, or actually be 8x7 plots of wheat. You just have the water run down to the next level and everything. So I might look into the possibilities, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. It also depends on where I want to put everything, because as you guys know, we are going to be making a fantastic castle out here in the middle of the desert. But in order to do that, I have to kind of design it and plan out where I want everything to go, because we're not just going to make a castle and then put farms just randomly on the outside. They have to have a purpose, you know, they have to be outside for a reason if they're going to be outside. And if we do that, then they have to actually be integrated as part of the castle. You're not just going to have some random farm sticking right outside the castle. I mean, it'd be just a huge eyesore as is. I also want to build a giant moat around the outside. Maybe only like 6, 7 deep, maybe 10 at most deep. But I do want it to be big. I want it to be nice, because we're going to set up a way to keep mobs away from us without having to actually worry about torching up everything. Because if we make our castle and then make the moat right around it, we can use in-ground lighting systems that we will get once we get to the Nether eventually. So we don't have to worry about torches being all ugly on the outside of our castle or anything like that. But if you light up all of the little bit of ground that's going to be around the outside and have a huge moat there with a way that only, you know, only myself, other users, I guess, even though it's a solo world, could go ahead and get through, then you kind of mob-proof the outside of your place at least. You don't have to worry about if they're going to show up or not. Which means I gotta figure out how I want to make that system, because there's a couple of ways I can do it. I could do some sort of parkour, which means it would definitely have to be a water moat, because if I put lava down there and messed up on the parkour just once, I'm dead. And I don't really want to trust myself with making a parkour jump all the time like that. I could do something super lazy, and we could do like trap doors, and I just open up all of the trap doors, but I'd have to leave a space because mobs see trapdoors as full blocks, so they would walk on top of the edges of the trapdoors as they're sitting there, and they could reach the castle. So I have to figure out how I want to go about it. There are some automatic bridges and stuff, like drawbridges I can make, but in order to get that, we have to find a whole lot of stuff. And I don't have access to that whole lot of stuff as of right now, so we gotta hope that we get access. One of the easiest methods, so to speak, would be with slime blocks. But obviously, as you know, we're not rolling in a bunch of slime balls or slime blocks to begin with. So we've gotta kind of figure it all out and see which bridge method we're gonna go with. Also, I would love it to be, you know, ornate and actually look like it's supposed to be there, not just like some straight across kind of deal. So, we'll see what happens. I'll have to figure that all out, but we have a whole lot of stuff that we need in order to make me feel like we successfully completed the Nomad Trials. I mean, I could be out here and just survive and say, yep, that was good. You know, never ever have a castle, never ever have a house or anywhere really to store chests in an organized way. And you could still go and defeat the Ender Dragon after playing for a couple of hours, but that's, yeah, it's just not as fun. It's not as fun. I'd rather go through all the extra effort and kind of make like a, I guess a vacation home? Kind of like a summer home, so we can bounce back between our home settlement, and then we can go chill out at the castle, we can go back to our home settlement, and I'd like to do this trial thing, as long as it keeps going well. Maybe we could do this trial thing every like 100 episodes? So we can incorporate the castle into our home settlement, and then we'll find a new biome to go try to survive in and make, you know, some sort of house. We could find like a, oh gosh, hold on, gold armor. Where'd you go? Okay. Do I hear more? Are we good? I think we're good. Okay, we're definitely good. But try to go out to like a snow biome and make like a winter retreat, and go to like a lake biome and make a lake retreat, like a lake house kind of deal. So we'll see what happens. If this all continues to go as well as I would like it to, as well as planned, then we'll see what happens. I would love to do this, I guess, over and over and over, so to speak. It's a way to liven things up, freshen things up, and continue moving forward. So fantastic, more diamonds. I apologize for not saying anything, but we're up to 20. And golden boots. I don't need golden boots. I'm gonna pick them back up because I just threw them on the ground and then walked back over it, but you know, that's fine. You know what, it could be worse, right? I could be picking up some junk, like some zombie flesh. At the old settlement, zombie flesh would have been great because we could have used that to trade for emeralds, but as of right now, we've got no point in keeping zombie flesh. Okay, so this all does link back up together. Creepers suck. Oh man, if he could just like blow up now while I'm up here, that would be awesome, because then I wouldn't have to worry about the damage. There we go. Okay, it only knocked us over a block. That's fine. This is pretty much just our armor to be spent and killed anyways. We're not trying to save this armor for anything specific. We're just using it until we can start making some diamond stuff. And with the amount of diamonds we have, we're not all that far away from making some diamond armor, at least a diamond chest piece, and getting that all enchanted. But we're obviously... Okay, nope, wrong neighborhood. Definitely wrong neighborhood. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. I'm running away. But anyways, we can make a pretty nice chest piece that'll be kind of like the anchor of our armor moving forward. I'm getting away from those mobs, coming down here to an area where I feel a little bit more secure, and we will sign off this episode here. I will get us back up, excuse me, to the surface, and we will figure out what we need to do up there, and I will catch you guys then. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you all next time.